You clicked on this video because you want to find some FM26 bargains, so let's just crack on. I'll give you a little bit of context about what you're going to see, then I've got 44 players for you. Different budgets, different levels. This is data-led, using the What Does Good Look Like in FM26 guide to find players who performed consistently well and understand how they can contribute. I've linked the video for that below. I will give a recommendation based on league reputation. So this here matches the league reputation you see up here. Some players will be willing to play at a lower level than recommended. Finally, all players are available to buy in the summer 2025 transfer window. Some you might need to wait until the end of the transfer window. The estimated fee was the price I managed to sign them at in testing. Now your database setup, your team reputation, everything that happens after you hit continue can change the finer details, so treat this as a rough guide. Right, let's get on with it, starting with players under $500,000. Starting with the poshest name in the game, Harrison Devonish Mears is a phenomenal lower league shot stopper, conceding 5% fewer goals than expected. Can definitely make a step up and available for just £2,500. Daniel Souček is my bargain right back recommendation. He is a good tackler who impacts the final third and would be a great addition for just 300k. We're staying in Czechia for no-nonsense centre-back Louis Lervink. Absolutely incredible in his duels, doesn't offer much with the ball. He's yours for just 250k, and brilliant if you're looking for a stout, low-block box defender. Saif Imam is a cheaper option for a lower level. Fantastic in the air, which makes him a threat from set pieces. He can be signed for around 70 grand. Club America left back Ralph Orkeen has one of the best attribute profiles at this price point, and for that you get a player who's excellent at pushing the ball forward and creating chances for his teammates, all for just 475k. Back to Czechia once more, Michal Belek is a defensive midfielder who likes to get involved. He's safe on the ball and helps progress the play, a real water carrier of a player, for 475k. Panathinaikos' Stefan Omiyonga has a more all-round attribute spread, but his performance is otherwise quite similar. Not as safe, a little more impact in the final third, and much cheaper at £160,000. And apparently, he's got a pretty decent free kick on him too. Benjamin Galdames is my favourite player in this group. He's a dribbly boy. He helps push the ball up the pitch, he creates high quality chances, and he's doing it at a good level already. He'll cost just £17,500. We go from my favourite to the most confusing. Kajetan Schmidt is a winger who excels in nothing, but is above average in almost everything, and that can be quite useful. 425 grand. On the left, a player you might be familiar with. Marcelo Allende has long been an FM bargain, and there are few players who can create at the quality that he does. 400k is an absolute steal. We end where we began, in Sydney, with Patrick Wood. He wins headers, he holds the ball up well, he takes and scores good quality shots, and that will cost you £250,000. Let's push that budget up. Players under £1 million. Celta Vigo backup Ivan Villa is great when given the opportunity. A solid shot stopper with good long distribution. His performances are in a top 5 league already, which makes his 700k asking price a real bargain. I watched highlights, he just saves everything. Staying in Spain for Carlos Puga, he is an attacking right back. He can't tackle, he can't head, but he provides width and creates at a top level. For 775k, he's yours. Slovan Liberic's Simon Gabriel next, another throwback centre-back. He'll win his tackles and his headers and is reasonably safe with the ball. Dependable for 950k. Luis Olivas could have been in the previous team as he cost just 215k. Better in his ground duels than his aerial duels and a player comfortable with the ball at his feet. At left back we have Marios Vicios. His creativity is the headline in part due to his set piece taking ability, but it's his defensive solidity at this price point that stands out to me. A true two-way fullback for 775k. Pedro Ortiz does not look like a defensive-minded defensive midfielder, but he certainly performs like one. Absolutely incredible performance in all defensive metrics, and will cost you just 450k. Aydin Hasic is another who comes in under the $500,000 mark. He creates at volume from behind the striker and is available for 425k. Just look at that pass. Oh, the weight. It's beautiful. Colombian Nicolas Benedetti has a very similar profile, dribbly and creative with a little more of a goal threat. He's also playing at a higher level already, which is why he'll cost a little more, but 900k, great value. Jaume Jardi is another right winger with a weird profile. His set-piece proficiency makes him a creator, but his defensive contribution and progressive passing shows a player who is more utilitarian, available for 550k. Michael Amayor is just better. He contributes defensively, but also is a phenomenal dribbler who creates high-quality chances, which is why he's also more expensive at 875k. Tomasz Satolavka is our striker option, a facilitator who creates for others, provides a box presence and scores goals, for 550k. Once more, let's push that budget up, this time under £2.5 million. Another Spanish goalkeeper, Joaquin Ezquieta. He concedes 8% fewer goals than expected, which is phenomenal, worth every bit of the 1.8 million he'll set you back. At right back, Kofi Koal. He featured in my team of dribbly boys, but his impact is immense across all final third metrics, available for 2.3 million. Alessandro Marcandelli is my favourite centre-back in this video, excellent in his duels as expected, but a really nice balance between being safe and progressive. He'll cost £2 million, which might make Adam Messina look poor by comparison. He's still really good, safer on the ball and willing to play at a lower level, but likely to cost a little more at 2.2 million. Another Serie A defender, this time at left back. Riyad Idrissi is just a sea of green, dribbling, creating, shooting, and just 1.6 million. Those familiar with the channel will know I love those balls over the top, just pure, unadulterated filth. Darmstadt's Kai Klefisch is a fabulous defensive midfielder, active and capable defensively, safe with the ball. £2 million worth of dependability. Gabriele Piccinini is a slightly more expansive option, not as good in the air, but still excellent defensively, safe in possession, and offers better progression. Available for 2.1 million. Yuki Soma is this price point's weird profile. Look at those positions. Where he excels is shot selection, high XG compared to his shot volume, and that makes him a wonderful goal-scoring midfielder, for just 2.3 million. Alexis Allegwe is another interesting winger from Poland. He gets involved, he creates high-quality chances, he's an aerial threat for far post headers, and he'll cost you £1.1 million. Even Schranz is kind of a similar profile. He's safe on the ball, he creates at a higher volume, he shoots at a higher volume, and he'll cost a little more at 1.8 million. For that, you get someone who scores sumptuous volleys like this. Up front, we've got Stefano Morio, an old school target forward, who like others in this video wins his headers, holds up the ball and scores goals. 2.2 million. Generally speaking, I'm someone who likes to be positive, focus on the good rather than linger on the bad. But when talking about bargains, I should also talk about traps, players whose performance doesn't warrant their price tag. Like Villarreal goalkeeper Luith Jr., one of the worst XGP rates in the simulations, yet he'd cost you £35 million. Nahuel Molina isn't a bad player, but he doesn't really offer enough defensively or offensively to justify a £29.5 million fee. Sven Botman, I'm afraid to say, is just bad. He's safe and that's about it. Not worth 58 mil. Kostas Kouliarakis might be worse, which pains me to say. He's also cheaper, technically, 50 mil is still ridiculous. Sergi Cardona is an above average creator, and a piss poor tackler, that would cost you 54 million quid. That's also how much Manuel Locatelli would cost, and he's pretty decent in possession metrics, but you'd want a lot more elsewhere for that kind of money. Dan Neil has an above average possession lost rate and shots, and nothing else. 24 million is a waste. Manu Morlanes has been an FM gem for a few years now, but not this year. 28 million and underwhelming across the board. Carlos Alvarez might feel hard done by to be on this list. Elite progressive passes, elite key passes. Absolutely garbage average chance quality. 22 million though seems reasonable. That's why he's the biggest trap on this list. That price is enough to suck you in, but there are so many better options for less. Ademola Lookman is arguably a worse player. Worse chance quality, but more of a goal threat. Yet 43 million is ridiculous. Finally, Gonçalo Ramos, a 1 in 3 goal scorer who doesn't lose possession, but offers nothing else. 46 million is a steep price to pay. Right, let's finish on a high. Players under £10 million. Starting with a channel favourite, Kevin Meir, great XGP, active at winning possession, and 5.75 million and he's yours. At right back, Kingsley Ahizabue is solid defensively, especially in the air, and a great attacking presence. Available for 5.75 million, and he's exactly what you expect. Get down the flank, get it in the mixer. Abakar Silla often crops up in these data-led searches. He's just good at the defensive things, average on the ball, and at 22 has room to grow. 8.75 million is an investment. Adam Aubert is also 22. He's not as solid defensively, but has positional flexibility that sees him above average in almost everything. For 6.25 million, he gives you options. Josh Doig is perhaps the most complete wing-back in this video. A good defensive profile, an excellent attacking profile, all for just £6 million. Nabil Bentaleb is my defensive midfield recommendation. Again, excellent in his duels, and a nice balance of safety and progression. He'll cost £8.5 million, which makes Matteo Pessina the expansive option. Phenomenal ball progression, decent final third impact. He offers balance for £4.5 million. In attacking midfield, Camry Doumbia, good creative output, excellent dribbling and a real goal threat from the middle. Available for £9.75 million. For the pace enthusiasts, we have Haitham Hassan. Good defensive contribution, elite dribbling, creates good chances, all for just £4.7 million. To provide balance, Issa Samare is a goal-scoring winger. 75% header win rate is obscene. He gets into shooting positions often and he'll only cost you £4.3 million. He makes tactics simple. Get it wide, cross it to the far post, profit. Up front, Big Philly Tietz. Again, that same profile we've seen before. Wins headers, holds it up, scores goals. Does it in a top 5 league and costs just £3.5 million. So there we have it. 44 bargains. Different profiles, different levels, different budgets. So who are you going to sign? Or who have you discovered in your saves using a data-led approach? Let me know in the comments and see you next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing. If you want to support the channel further, you can join these wonderful folk currently adorning your screen as a YouTube member or Patreon. Details in the description below.